Alright, freaks, welcome back. We are here with another story time. I really hope you enjoy this story because this is another one of my favorite stories to tell people. But before I start, as always, here's some news. I do hope you freaks enjoyed the Nun Massacre video. Like I said in the second part of the Melvin Saga, I want to put some variety on my channel because, I don't got infinite story times, and plus, I just want to test the waters, see how I can do when I try different types of content. So, comment if I should try more videos like that, or if you don't really care, comment your favorite Cartoon Network show. Mine is Adventure Time, but now, settle in, get yourself some Skittles, maybe even some Stacks. Now listen. So my transition from middle school to high school wasn't even really that bad. I was just super insecure about my weight and I did nothing academically. So to put it short, your boy was getting no play and no future. So I just kind of coast along in class, not doing anything. Next couple of days, I toned down and hey, I make some friends. And I got a good circle going, which was surprising because if you would have met me in ninth grade, you wouldn't have gotten the biggest ick of your life. Anyway, though, I get settled in socially and meet all my teachers, and for the most part, they were pretty cool. My science teacher was awesome, and my favorite teacher, though, was my English teacher. She's actually awesome, because one, not only was she extremely nice and helped me make a life-changing decision in 10th grade, but two, she's actually a YouTuber herself with hella subscribers. I think now she has like 400,000 now, which was just so cool at the time, and still is. If you want to watch like murder cases solved and like a lot better quality videos than mine, her channel is called Merc True Crime. Anyway, though, got a little off topic, but the rest of my teachers were alright, besides one. My health teacher. Let's give her a gross name. Let's call her Mrs. Regina. So after I got settled into class, I actually really enjoyed health a lot. I had all my good friends in the class, and the teacher was super nice. For now. A little bit of a month goes by, and my friends start to notice that Mrs. Regina was a very irritable person if you broke her rule, especially. The rule was that there was absolutely no phones in class. But you know, high schoolers or kids are just kids that want to be on their phone. And one day in class, someone grabbed their phone, and Mrs. Regina just crashed out at them. And which, yeah, sure, I guess, one rule in her class, and someone still broke it. But after her crash out, me and my friends noticed something. She would hold grudges, which, if you're a teacher, that is the one thing you should not do. It's immature, and it's not like kids learn from their mistakes as well. And Mrs. Regina would also just keep on bringing it up. Like, in class, when she would remind us to put our phones underneath our desks, she would then point to the kid that brought her phone out and say, "Especially you," in such a condescending way. Anyway, though, one day in class, we get a lesson. And it's about, like, pronouns and homosexual stuff, which is such a strange thing to learn about in health class. Because at ninth grade, we already know what gay was. Everyone called each other that in middle school. And also, pronouns are kind of like irrelevant to health, but I don't really care. We were given a sheet of paper that told us to label the correct pronouns and their definitions. And in an act of defiance, I put some not so nice words in there. And before you go into the comments to hate, this was ninth grade, so come on, give me a break. I turn it in, nothing comes of it, until I notice something. Mrs. Regina starts picking on me a lot to answer questions and single me out when like the class is being too loud. Like the whole class is talking and she's like, "Hey, you, quiet down!" Like points at me and everything. And hey, listen, I'm not one of those kids that like gets angry when they're failing the class and like say, "The teacher hates me," rah. But honestly, I would die on the hill saying that she was holding a grudge on me ever since I had turned in that paper. Which, yeah, sure, I put some not so nice words on it, but anyway, I get the paper back with a grade of like 3 out of 10 saying, "Those are not the correct terms," which is fair, there were not the terms, but I wasn't necessarily wrong, I just used some different words. Anyways, the semester's coming to an end, which means finals are due, and since health is just a semester class, it was like our final. It was some sort of poster for like a mental disorder. I remember choosing like, I think it was either amnesia or dementia. We were doing a pretty good job on my poster. Even though I had an F in the class, I remember that I knew I would get a passing grade if I got a good grade on it. So the day of finals arrived, and I guess you could say, finally, boo track here. I know that was bad. Before class starts, I mentioned to my friends that I have a headache. Little did I know, Mrs. Regina was right behind me. And when she heard me say I have a headache, she asked if I was alright, which I mean, she's a health teacher, so it's not the strangest thing. But then she asked if I was tired. And me not understanding what she was getting at, she was asking if I had any hangover symptoms, if you don't know. Oh, a little burp there. I stupidly said, "Yeah, I'm pretty tired." Mrs. Regina then just says, "Oh, okay," but in like a super suspicious tone. Class begins, I turn in my file, and I start talking to this girl on my left. And at the time, she was a baddie, no diddy. And she was kind of looking at me off and on, so I was talking to her. I was about 2 minutes away from asking for a number. But then a narc comes in the room and asks for the kid in front of me. No biggie, I go back to talking to the girl, and rise, I'm about to shoot this 3-pointer. He comes back. Mrs. Regina then tells me to get my backpack and go with him. Confused, I ask why, and she says, "Just go." But before I go, she takes the drink I had on my desk, and it was one of those like ice drinks where like it's like a soda but like better for you because it has like no calories. And it was the best flavor too. It was the strawberry kiwi flavor. Anyway though, she gives it to the narc, but when I hop in the narc's golf cart, he takes the cap off my ice and then buries his nose in it, like full on shoves his nose into the drinking hole. And the reason why he did this because he thought there was spicy water in it. After he spills nothing in the drink, he asks me, "Have you been doing a little drinking today?" And I said, "Oh no, it's not really something I do." Then he says, "Well then, I don't know why you're going to the office then," in such a condescending tone. I answer back saying, "I don't know why either." After he drops me off at the office, he comes in with me and says, "Wait here." After 20 minutes, the kid that was in front of me in class comes out, and then the desk guy says, "You can come in now." I walk in, and the narc and this hippo of a principal are standing over me with their arms all crossed and everything. And I just ask, why am I even here? And the principal says, "We think you're under the influence." The only reaction I could give to this was just, huh? I obviously say I was not under the influence. And then this hippo says with like the most obnoxious tone on the planet, "Then we hope we don't mind us searching your backpack." I had nothing to hide, so I let them search my backpack. But before searching the backpack, the principal, this absolute nerd, says, "Is there anything in here that'll poke me?" I have no words for this. Oh my gosh. With a straight face, I just say, the sharpest thing in my backpack is the DS, and this is my DS case, and that's about it. Obviously, they didn't find anything because I'm not a loser that drinks spicy juice at school. Anyways, though, I asked to leave, but they say, "No, you could wait here till the bell rings." So not only was I accused of being under the influence and having a narc dig his nose into my drink, I lost my shot with the huzz. But do you know what the actual worst part about this is? 2 things, actually. She failed me after getting a good grade on the final. And 2, after my winter break, I saw her after class and I just asked her straight up, "Why did you think I was under the influence and sent me to the office?" And Mrs. Regina, this absolute wench, said, "Oh, it's just a checkup we do on all of our students," which was a complete lie. What, you just accused all of your students of being hydrated? The lies. Oh, the deception. Oh my gosh, this teacher pissed me off so much. Anyways, though, that is the end of the video, freaks. Couple things before I end this off. If you're new or don't know, I made a special movie-length video of me playing Nun Massacre. So if you want to watch me scream and reflect on my life decisions, go watch it. I honestly had so much fun making it, and I would love to make more of these kinds of videos. But that is the end. Comment your favorite Cartoon Network show. Mine is Adventure Time. Check out my other garbage, and that's it. Bye. Was that on before? I don't know.